Alright guys, I'm gonna make a video. I just got a layoff. I just did about a month-long call up here in Illinois. There's my termination slip. There's my 2 checks. Check for last week, and then the check for this week for today, which was today. 1-day check. But you get 2 checks when you get laid off. And so now I'm back looking for a job. I'm actually going to take a few days and not do anything but deer hunt. I'm up here. It's January the 5th today. And season goes out January the 15th. So I'm going to wait a little bit and listen to the calls, see what they got, and deer hunt some for a few days. I got my eye on a few places. That's what you do. You call the recorders in the places you're thinking about going. Of course, you can go to Where To Bro on the internet and find the hot spots that they talk about. But I got a few places I'm looking at. Looking at Rockford, Illinois, which is local 364. I just finished up here at local 16. I'm from local 136, Birmingham, Alabama. And it was over this past summer that, well, actually about a year ago, I was working in Birmingham. So I worked for about 9 months from like December to June. That's why you keep your termination slips, where you'll know what days you got laid off, where you were, what the dates were. Because if you file unemployment, they want to know approximate dates you started and the day you were terminated. So keep up with that paperwork. Don't just throw it in your pants pocket and forget about it. It'll save you some time later if you keep them all in good spot. I like to keep everything in a briefcase. I started out in a clipboard right now, and I'll reorganize everything, put it back in my briefcase. That way, anytime I need to know anything about any other local that I've worked at, I can run right to my briefcase and get it. Now, I worked there about 9 months in Birmingham on some apartments, and it was a good little hit. 40 hours a week, typical. Good little run, I guess you'd say. Off on the weekends, I'm at home. So started looking towards Florida, and some leftover calls on these hospital jobs. This is the year 2022, and you know how COVID's been lately, so a lot of these hospitals are expanding and adding on and remodeling and building new, I guess. So a lot of hospital work. Anyway, I worked down there in Panama City for 2 months with Miller Electric. They did me good. They treated me right. It was good conditions. It was a 40-hour work week. Ran it a little while and finally decided to come on back home, because the scale was lower down there in Florida, local 1205. And I started looking up here towards Evansville. I took off about 3 months, did some stuff around the house, got everything back in order so that I can get ready for deer season up here in Illinois. I like to come up here and hunt public land, so I started listening to the recorder for local 16, found actually, I went to 558 next for a 2-week short call. So, what they say, gas money. I just need some gas money to get from Birmingham to local 16. So I stopped in there, worked that 2-week short call. We were working 7/12, so that was a good little hit. And then came on up to local 16 after that job at local 558, Sheffield, Alabama. Came on up to 16, just worked it a month. Went hunting for a month, the month of November. That's the best time. And after it hit December, I went ahead and got a job while I'm up here. And, car camping, staying at the parks. And anyway, we just got laid off. I just got laid off, so now I'm looking again. I'm looking towards Rockford, Illinois. I think they got Facebook up there and some solar projects. But the thing is, it's so freaking cold up there. I think it's gonna be -3 degrees Friday up there. This is January, so yeah, it's gonna be cold. And I'm also looking back towards Florida after I get the end of this deer season over with. They got a lot of hospital jobs. This time I'm thinking Jacksonville. Pay scale's a little bit more than it is at Gainesville, the 1205. Local 177 is higher than local 1205. A couple of dollars. So I'm thinking I may just run down there for 2 months, get me some more gas money to come back up to Rockford local 364. So I'm just gonna play it by ear over the next few days, listen to the recorders, see what's happening, and get a feel for what's going on. Maybe even call them with any questions. I just got laid off, and I called the lady at 177 dispatcher, and they said, we got plenty of leftover jobs. You want one? Can you be here tomorrow? I was like, wait a minute. I said, no, I'm up here in Illinois. No, I can't be there about tomorrow. I got to get some stuff finished up here, get all my stuff together, which doesn't take but a minute, but I'm not ready to go down there yet. I just got laid off. Give me a minute. So anyway, as I drive around, running around doing some errands, buying a few little supplies I'm needing back at my campsite, I decided to make a video for you guys to let some of y'all know how this union electrician travelers work. Now, I ain't been doing this forever. I've been in the union 23 years now. I've only been traveling for 3 years. So yeah, I have worked at shops for long periods of time, and then started catching, shorter calls here and there at my home local, and finally decided it's time to hit the road and see some other things. My kids grew up and got where they could take care of themselves on their own. One of them moved out, and so he's back home taking care of the house while I get to run around the U.S. going wherever I want to go. And it ain't, like I said before in some of my other videos, look on my channel here, I've got more videos about this kind of stuff. But I came up here to deer hunt, so I went to Florida to visit the beach. Got a job while I'm there. Working out pretty good so far. I'm enjoying it. It's a different sight, seeing the countryside up here in Illinois. This is southern Illinois. I just left Fairfield, Illinois. I'm headed back toward Albion, and it's pretty nice. Some people don't like the cold. I like it during deer season. After that, you can have it, but you got to take the good with the bad sometimes. Just like that Rockford local, doing any jobs up there, sometimes you just got to go get the job and then figure it out later. If you wait till the conditions are warm and all that, guess what? There's probably no jobs left. Sometimes you got to go get the jobs before everybody else by going when the conditions are not ideal. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's still cold up there, so there's less competition for the jobs. So you go ahead and go do it, bear the cold weather for another month, 2 months, and it may not be that bad after all. You may be working inside, you may find a good motel, they may be kind of empty. So that's what I'm looking at doing. I think I've made a career out of doing jobs other people don't want to do. It's kept me working, kept me busy, and I'm glad I joined the union. Been an electrician 30 years. Yeah, so 30 years I've been an electrician, and I really enjoy it. Got a good pension going, and what you look at a lot of times is which which total package is the best. Sometimes the money may be higher somewhere, but what they're putting in your retirement is not as high. So if you're young, it's best to go ahead and get the pension going in the stronger locals when you first turn out and become a journeyman, and you can hit the road. Go ahead and go to the places where they got a good pension, because time in the building in the pension is more important than the amount you're putting in there. A lot of times over the long term is what builds it up so much. Being in the stock market for so long, and so my pension's been building for 23 years now, so could be 30 years, but I was working non-union for the first 6 years. So anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and end this video. Like it, subscribe, and in the comments put a few more things you'd like to see from, you need to find out about traveling around like I'm doing. It's me just solo by myself, but I just met a bunch of good guys up here at Local 16, and we've become friends, exchanged numbers over this past month, and they'll keep me informed on jobs, I'll keep them informed on jobs, and it's just one big brotherhood, you know. So everybody's and of course I got the guys in Florida, they still text me and send me stuff on Facebook. Everybody's helping out each other, brothers and sisters. So making friends for life as I travel around the US. I'm enjoying it. Give me a thumbs up. Later.